Has it been difficult for you to, I guess, not difficult, but have you had to grow into the role as a boss, as a manager? I mean, has that been easy for you?
I really enjoy it. Like, I love seeing my employees like happy when a client has success, or they move into their first apartment, they move out of their parents' house, they buy a new car, or I see my employees like growing like on their personal side of their lives, and like that just really makes me so happy to see. I really genuinely care about my employees, and want them to be happy doing what they're doing. So I'd say all the time, like, let me know if there's something that it just feels hard and you don't want to do that anymore. If there's maybe someone else that wants to do that. But it is difficult managing people. That's my greatest asset and my greatest risk around here. So, I mean, I had kind of a pretty big eye-opening experience. Like within the last 2 weeks, we had some employees, change, and I learned that you can really quickly lose control of your culture. And as much as like we really focus on culture around here, like, I mean, even like this banner has the stars and stuff on it. Like we have this, galaxy, like a star theme kind of going on, and my employees are my stars, and we have galactic nucleus meeting, and you try to keep everything really fun and make sure people are happy and engaged, but you can really just lose control of a situation if one person's unhappy. So it just takes one.
Right.
So it's that communication piece. It comes back to that. If I just had heard the concerns sooner, I could have done something better.
Sure.
So yeah, it's a constant learning process, but I don't have a company without my employees.
Sure.
So
right.
like there's nothing left. If they all walked out the door, this is nothing.
Yeah.
So I'd have to start all over, and so I put a lot of emphasis on learning how to be a good leader. I always have a business coach. I always am like reading a lot of leadership books. John Maxwell is somebody that I read a lot, and just having those check-in meetings to keep up on what's really going on in your company. Don't lose sight of the people.
And you learn from those experiences, I think, where maybe now you're going to be able to gauge better when things are maybe starting to go off the rails a little bit, or you feel like something's not right, the temperature's not right in the room or something like that. So you learn from that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I know exactly what you're talking about. There was a communication breakdown that I ignored. Like, I admitted to the team, I ignored it, I didn't want to deal with it. I'm an Enneagram 7, so we're like avoid pain at all costs. And I'm going to have to face pain. As a business owner, you face it all the time, but you can't ignore an issue. You have to face it head on. So,
and I think managing people and having employees, if you get into it on your own, where it's just you, I think we share that in common. When I opened my office, it was just me. And honestly, managing people was not something I was thinking of. I was just trying to pay the bills. And so, getting into it, you're not thinking about that when you start your business necessarily, unless you have employees right out of the gate. If it's just you, you're like, okay, I just need to pay the bills and try to make it a year, 2 years, 3 years. And so,
your head down, just showing up every day, working really hard. But there's all these other people that their whole life is affected by that job that they're showing up and doing for you every day. So it's really hard to find that balance.
You have to make a conscious effort to, whether it's training or building culture or whatever it is, because there's still a part of you that you just want to put your head down and work. I feel like that. Maybe not you, but I do. So I have to make that conscious effort.